Good, how are you?
I'm good. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. So I'm here with Jackson Chatterton. He goes to Bradley. He plays baseball. Um, Jackson, I want to ask you, what's it like practicing and like the workouts out there? Are they different than like high school and stuff? How they do it out there?
So, in high school, baseball wise, we didn't do a ton of lifting or real specific workouts. So, it is different going to the college level. And normally, what I've heard in a non COVID year, we lift 5 days a week. But right now, we just lift Tuesday, Thursday mornings, and then practice every single day except for we get Mondays off. So, that's a lot different from high school where you get like 2, 3 days off or so. But it's every single day in the college level.
All right. What's it like being a Division 1 athlete? I bet a lot of hard work goes into it, and it's a lot different there. Like, tell me, how do you start your day, and just give me like a rundown of how your day goes.
So normally wake up wake up at around 8 o'clock ish is when my first class is. I'm all online this semester, so I don't have to wake up real early. Luckily, so 8 o'clock. Usually do school until like latest my classes go is like 10:30. Some days I go till 1. Then after that, have a little time to just do homework or whatever I need to do. Practice from 3 to 6 every day, and then after that we normally I guess have time to chill at home. So not a super busy day, but in those couple hours at the beginning of the day and during practice, it's a real grind.
What do you think is the hardest part of being a Division 1 athlete?
I'm definitely gonna have to say the time management. I know it sounds like I have a lot of time off, but being able to manage your time, especially in season when you're on the road, knowing like what you need to do for class that you're missing while you're on the bus ride and stuff like that, you always need to be really good with your time management.
Uh, what was like? I know, like on or off the baseball field. What do you think has been the most fun part? Tell me an experience that was pretty fun for you.
Um, I'll probably say, obviously with COVID, we haven't gotten to do a ton of stuff like as a team, but definitely on the road, on in the hotel rooms, just the team dinners that we get to eat as a team, and being able to just getting that team bonding experience. Because you're playing with guys who are going to be playing next year potentially in the major league or getting drafted, and it's just really cool to like hear what they have to say about like all their experiences, because some of the guys have been there for 5 years, so you get to listen to all their stories from the years, and just you just want to make those memories like they did.
Yeah, I bet that those are pretty fun stories that you've gotten to hear from. I saw that you got to go to Omaha. What was that experience like, going to Omaha?
It was actually it was an awesome experience, because growing up, my like travel team every summer we get to take a trip and go watch the College World Series. So it wasn't my first time being at TD Ameritrade, but when I actually got to like walk through the tunnel and out on into the dugout onto the field, and like I'm actually playing on the field, it was like a surreal experience, like a dream come true in a way.
Yeah, I bet that was really cool, especially for College World Series being there and stuff. That is always a fun experience for you. Also, another fun experience. What was going through your mind when you hit your first home run?
Well, obviously, with my size, I'm not much of a home run hitter. So if you go back and watch that at bat, I was actually showing bunt the first two pitches, and I was even showing bunt the pitch I hit the home run on, and then I just put the bat on the ball. And next thing you know, it's flying out of the ballpark, and it was to tie the game up later in the game. And it was the entire dugout was out of the dugout looking down the line, because it was right on the foul pole. Everyone was watching it go out, and everyone went ballistic.
Yeah, I saw that highlight thing. That was pretty cool to see. And you were talking about your bunting. I know you've done a lot of bunting. Do you like to bunt, or was or like does your coach tell you to bunt often, or is it just you that's going through your mind like, hey, I want to bunt here?
Well, I mean, coaches say that I should at least try and attempt to show bunt every at bat or so, just to, like, draw the corner infielders in, so I have a little more room to sneak a base hit through. But most of the time, I like to do it on my own because it's a nice, easy base hit if they're going to give it to you with my speed.
Yeah. Has for college, have you ever experienced like the shift? Like, have you ever been in a shift, or like when you were hitting, has the defense ever uh, gotten you into a shift, and how was that like?
So yeah, in high school, we never had to worry about any of that stuff. There was never really a shift needed for anyone in high school, but I personally haven't been put in any shifts. But last weekend, at for every single one of the batters, we were completely shifted. Like at one point, I was playing on the other side of second base for a right-handed hitter, and I was playing basically at first, like deep first base at one point for some left-handed hitters. So it's definitely different at the college level.
Um, and when you when you go on road trips, how is like the COVID situations there? Like, do you get tested like every day, or how does that go?
So normally we leave on Thursdays for the road trips, and we get tested that Wednesday morning, and then they rapid test us, and then normally we just had to keep a mask on the bus, and we aren't allowed to get off the bus until we reached our destination, which really sucked at the beginning of the season, going 14 hours down to like Alabama or Atlanta, stuff like that. That really sucked at the beginning, but it's not too bad anymore. Just having to go a couple hours.
Yeah. And let's see. Um, um, who do you think has like taught you a lot for college and stuff? Like one of your teammates, who has told you the most and like the best advice that you've been given?
Well, there are a lot of guys actually. 'Cause what's really nice about going at Bradley, at least, is all the teammates are just they got your back no matter what. I mean, I have everyone from like Dan Bolt and Brendan Docker, like the fifth year guys that have been there for. I even got a couple. Carl Volk, he always talks to me after every single one of my at bats, telling me what I did wrong, and even like Ryan Vogel, like a guy that's only a year older than me, he's still giving me tips and stuff like that after games and stuff like that. Everyone on the roster is always a big help and always has your back for everything.
And I saw that you are playing second base, and in high school you were playing short for pretty much the whole thing. Is it that much of a difference, or is it not really that big of a deal, or how's how's it like?
Um, it's a little bit of a difference. I played some like in summer ball. I played some second base a little bit, but it's not too big of a difference. Just I mean, shorter throw obviously makes it a little bit easier. I like playing shortstop more, but second base isn't too big. You can stick me anywhere and I'll be fine.
All right. Well, last question is if you had to pick with one of um, well, wait, who was the biggest influence to you when you were a kid? Who was your biggest influencer? Who did you look up to the most?
It was obviously like probably every other kid playing sports growing up. Like my dad coached football and high school football and baseball until I was in kindergarten, I think. So I looked up to him a ton. And then when I actually started watching the game of baseball, I was a huge Cardinals fan. So I don't always be watching like Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, Ozzie Smith. I was watching a ton of Ozzie Smith like on YouTube and stuff like that, just admiring his game. So I mean, that's who I looked up to throughout my baseball career, just watching them.
Well, all right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you talking with me. I had a lot of fun. Good luck on your season, and keep up the great work.
Thank you. I will.